Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Python programming. In today's session, we are going to discuss about sequence data type. There are different data types supported by Python and sequence data type is one of them. Sequence data type is again classified into three categories, that is a string, list and tuple. So let's have a discussion on a string. What is a string? A string in Python are identified as a continuous set of characters represented in the quotation mark. We can use either of quotation mark, either it may be single quotes or double quotes. Python supports both the quotation mark to allow a string data type. Python gives you a platform on which you can define your string either using a sentence or a paragraph. Both are supported. The string data type has an index which starts from 0. It means the first character of the value assigned in the string data type has index 0, and we can access substrings of the string through these index value. Subset of strings can be taken using the slice operator. If we want to create a substring with certain range, then we use slice operator with colon symbol, so that we can define the range of the index so that we can create a substring. The next data type is list. List contains items inside a square bracket, and all the list items are separated by comma operator. List support different type of functions which we will discuss now. And tuple is another sequence data type which is similar to list, but tuple consists of a number of values separated by comma inside parentheses, whereas in list we use square brackets. So let's have a discussion on string data type first. The string data type can be defined as a sequence of characters represented in single, double or triple quotation mark. String handling in Python is a straightforward task, and string handling can be done through different built-in functions supported by Python. We perform certain operations on the string, such as we perform repetition operations and concatenation operation. Concatenation operation is known as combining two or more strings. We can use plus operator to perform the concatenation of strings, and we use asterisk operator to perform repetition of a string. That is, if we write a string asterisk 2, then it means we are going to repeat the string 2 times. So the output will be look like this. Let's see. Here I am going to define a string 1, str1 variable, in which I am going to say welcome. Okay. And again I am going to define a string, that is str2, inside single quote, that is world. Now I want to concatenate str1 and str2. So I will write str3 equals to str1 plus str2. And whenever I am going to print the str3, it will print welcome world. It does not take any space because there is no any space after E and before W in welcome and world. So if you want to give a space between two strings, then you should write like this: str1 plus, give a space, and then use plus, and now print. See, Here I have passed a single space in between str1 and str2 by concatenating all these with plus operator. So when I print str3, I will get the output like this. So this is how we can perform concatenation operation on a string. The next operation on a string is repetition operation. So if I want to write str3 4, it means I am going to repeat the str3 4 times. Suppose I am going to print it. See, welcome world, and there is no space between D and W, and you are able to see that welcome world appears 4 times, 1, 2, 3 and 4, as I have used str3 into 4. That is str3 repeated 4 times. So this is how the string operation can work on the string data type. That is, we have used plus operator for concatenation and asterisk operator for repetition of a string. See, here there is another example. Here I have taken two string in which I have assigned hello students to string 1 and str2 welcome to Python world. Now I want to print the first 3 characters of str1. So I have used str1 0 to 2. You will able to see that it prints HE. 0 to 2, it means 2 is exclusive. It prints 0, that is H, and 1, that is E. And when I want to print only a single character, then I have used index value. This is 4. It means the 4th index value of the string will be printed in this line, as you are able to see str1 4. That is str1 4 0 1 2 3 4. O is printed here. Are you able to see the output in the bottom window? And here is the input. This is the input section and this is the output section. Again I have used str1 into 2, so you can able to see hello students are repeated 2 times. And next is print str1 plus str2. So here hello students, welcome to Python world. Both the strings are get concatenated, but here you are able to see that there is space in between students and welcome. Why it is? It is because the first character of this string is space. So at 0, when you are able to print str2 0, it will print a space. It does not print anything because there is a blank space. So this is how we can use a string concatenation and a string repetition operation on a string. We will discuss some string handling function when we discuss about a string class, when we discuss the concept of oops. So here we have just used two functions, that we have just used two operations, that is concatenation and repetition. We will study more about a string when we will discuss the string class. Now moving to the list data type. A list in Python is used to store the sequence of various types of data. Python lists are mutable. It means that we can modify the elements of the list once it is created. A list can be defined as a collection of values or items of different types. One can think about collection of items that is of similar data type. No. In Python, there is no concept of collection of items of similar data type. Python supports non-homogeneous data type collections. It means we can make a list of different data type, either it would be complex number, either it would be numerical value, that is we can say it's a integer, it's a float, it's a string. Any type of data can be collected in a single container, that is in a single list. We use a square bracket to define the elements of the list inside list, and all the elements are separated by comma. We can use slice operator to access the element of the list. Here, the concatenation and repetition operation works in a similar way as it works in a string. Let's see. I have created list 1 equals to Python, comma 23, comma 45, comma 56.4, comma 45 plus I 8. Sorry, it would be 8i. Okay, we'll see this after some times. Just to see with these examples. Yes, list 1 Python 23, comma 45, comma 56.4. So this is the list. Now you can able to see the list having elements which is of a string data type, integer data type, and float data type. Now if I want to print list 1 from 0 to 2, what will be the output? See, it's Python and 23. It means we have printed the value at the index 0 and 1. 2 is exclusive, so 2 is not here. Next, if I want to print only the value at 4th index, so as there are only 4 elements and the index starts from 0, so you will able to see the index error occurs list index out of range, because the maximum index value for this list is 3, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So as I have given index value 4 which is beyond this, therefore we have got an error, index error. And if we print 3, the last element will be get printed. List has some characteristics, that is, lists are ordered. It means each and every items has a index value. The element of list can access by index. Lists are mutable. It means one can update, add or remove the elements of the list if required. And the fourth important characteristics of list is that it stores the number of various elements. It means we can create a list of 2 different lists or 2 different tuples or dictionary also. We will see example of this. Now let us see about list indexing and splitting. What does index stands for and what does slicing or splitting means? See, index, it means the value through which we can access the list item. List supports 2 types of indexing, that is positive indexing and negative indexing. Positive indexing gives you option to traverse your string in forward direction, whereas negative indexing gives you option to traverse your list in backward direction. So the first element of the list has 0 index and the last element of the list has 2 index, that is either length minus 1 or minus 1. If we want positive index, then we have to use length minus 1, and if we want to traverse the list in back direction or in reverse direction, you can use minus 1, minus 2, that is negative index value. This table shows how the list items are get indexed using forward and backward, that is using positive and negative index value. Each element of the list has its own index, and we can access the list item using index as like this, that is list big bracket, that is a square bracket, inside we give index value. Now the term comes slicing of list. It means if we are trying to split our list into multiple lists, we use slicing of. And there are different range through which we can define slice. Here is the example of few of these. You can able to see for this list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, list 0 to last. It means here I haven't defined the upper limit, so it will goes to the last element. So all the list items of the list will get printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I don't give any range, that is neither lower nor upper, then it will also print the same. Next is list 2 to 4. It means the index value of 2 to 4 will be get printed, and similarly all the range will work. So this is how we can use list index and splitting. Now here is the example. How do we create a sublist? We can create a sublist by using syntax list underscore variable, whatever list you have taken, start colon stop colon step, where start denotes the starting index position, stop denotes the last index position, and step defines the number of elements you want to skip. By default it is 1. So here in the example you will able to see there is a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. List 0, that is 1, list 1, that is 2, list 2, that is 3, list 3, that is 4. Get printed. Now list from 0 to 6. So you can able to see the elements from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets printed. And print list, it means there is no upper limit, start and a stop point. So it prints the complete list. This is like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. List 2 to 5. It means the element at the second position to fifth position. It will get printed 2, 3, 4. And 1 to 6 skip 2. That is starting index is 1, that is 2, and there is a skip of 2. It means after 2 will be get skipped, that is 3 will get skipped. Now 4 and then 6. So this is how it works. How do we create a sublist? Let's see. Suppose list equals to, let's take some big example. Now list print list without specifying any range. You will able to see all the list gets printed. Now print 3 now you will able to see the value from third index to last will get printed. Now here you will able to see that the index from 0 to 5 will get printed. Now 1 colon 9 colon 3. See what it gets printed. It starts with the first, that is 2, and goes up to 9, that is 10. skip 3, that is you have to skip 3. So after this the third one will get, means 2 is printed and after 2 the third one will get printed, that is 3, 4 will not be printed, 5th, and after 5 the third one is 8, and after 8 there is no any value, so the sublist is only contain 2, 5, 8. So this is how we can create a sublist in Python. Now moving to the next, that is functions and methods supported by Python. There are different methods which are supported by Python. All these are built-in functions. CMP is used for compare, len is used for finding the length of the string, max is used to find the maximum elements from the list, min is used to find the minimum element from the list, and list is used to convert your tuple data type or any other data type into list. Then after some data handling or you can say item handling functions are there, that is append, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse and sort. Let's have a discussion on each and every one. CMP, this is used for comparing two lists. It takes two arguments, that is list 1 and list 2. Whatever place you are going to compare, it takes as an argument. This is the syntax CMP, list 1 comma list 2. If elements are of the same type, then it returns the result. It compares the list and returns the result. It returns either -1 or 1. Here you can able to see, in the example I have created two lists, list 1 and list 2, in which I have defined 1, 2, 3, comma, XYZ, 4, 5, 6, comma, ABC. And here print CMP I have taken. List 1 and list 2. Both two lists are different, so the output is -1. Next I have compared list 2 to list 1. Here the output is 1. Why? Let's see. Sorry. Let's create function list 1 equals to 1, 2, 3, comma, so CMP function is not supported by the latest version of the Python. Earlier version supports the CMP function to compare two lists, and now CMP function is not supported by the compiler or interpreter of the latest version of the Python. Moving to next method, that is length, max, min and place. So here see, we have created a list, that is list equals to let us define one more, list demo is a variable in which I am going to take random value, so that we will see how the functions of the list works. So here I have taken a list. Now I want to print the maximum of these values. It means I want to use maximum function. Maximum function of the list return the maximum value of the list. So max list underscore demo. See, in the list 98 is the maximum value, is the highest value. So it returns 98. Now main function. Main function is used to find out the minimum value in the list, and here 12 is the minimum value, so 12 is returned by the main function. The next is len function. Len function is used to find the length of your list. Here there are 7 elements, so the length of the string is 7. So this is how we use list built-in functions len, max, min. List is used to convert a tuple into list. We will see the example of list function when we discuss tuple. Here are some methods supported by list. These are append, which is used to append your list. Means whatever element you want to add will be get added at the last. Count function is used to count the number of items or number of objects occurs in a list. Extend, it appends the contents of sequence to list. Index obj, index function returns the lowest index in the list when object appears. The pop function, the insert function has 2 arguments, index and object. Whatever object you want to insert at which position you can do by using insert function. Pop function removes and returns the last object from the list. Remove object, it removes the particular object from the list. Reverse function is used to reverse the places of object in the list, and the sort function is used to sort the object or list and in ascending order. So these are the different methods. Let's see its example. Here you can able to see there is a list in which I have used append 56. So whenever I have used append 56 and I have printed the value, you can able to see that 56 is added at the last. Okay. Next, after append function, I have used count function. Count function is used to count the number of appearance of your object in the list. Here I have passed the value 4. So you can able to see in this list 4 occurs 1 time, so output is 1. Next is list1.extend, list2. It means we are going to extend our list 1 with list 2. So you can able to see that the elements of the list 2, that is 34, 45, 32 and 56 are added into the list 1 after 56. Then after, I have used insert function, which is used to insert the 72 at 6th position. So you can able to see before insertion at 6th position there is 67, and now I have inserted 72 as the 6th position, so 67 is shifted to 1 and at 6th position 72 is added. Next, list1.pop. The last element of the list is 56. Whenever I have used pop, it will remove the last object, and when I print the value, I will get the result 32 is the last element. Remove 67. When we use remove function, it searches for the object in the list and it removes the first appearance of these. In the example, you can able to see 67 is removed from the list. As you can see, after 72 there is 43 and 67 is removed. Next is reverse. Reverse is used to reverse the order of your list items. Here you can able to see after reverse 32, 45, 34 will get arranged in the reverse manner. List one dot sort. Sort is used to arrange your data in ascending order. So here you can able to see all the data are arranged in ascending order. So this is how the list method works. Now, the next sequence data type is tuple. Python supports tuple as an immutable data type. It means once we define the data type as a tuple, we can't able to change it. The tuple is similar to list, since the value of the item stored in the list can be changed, whereas in tuple it is not changed. Tuple is immutable. All the elements of the list are separated by comma inside parenthesis. You can able to see there is an example of tuple, tuple 1, tuple 2, tuple 3, tuple 4. I have used tuple 1 for string data type inside parenthesis, tuple 2 is integer data type, tuple 3 has no parenthesis. So if we want to define a tuple without parenthesis, it also supports. And a tuple which has no any value inside parenthesis is known as tuple packing. Here tuple 4 is an empty tuple. Here tuple 4 is an empty tuple, and here tuple 3 is a tuple packing because we have not used parenthesis. Here you can able to see in the note the tuple which is created without using parenthesis is known as tuple packing. Here tuple 3 is the example of tuple packing, and tuple 4 is the example of empty tuple as it has no any elements. So this is how the tuple can be defined. We can access tuple values as we access in the list using a square bracket. You can see in the example I have used a square bracket with index value to access the elements of the tuple. The tuple index works in the same manner what we have just studied about list. It also supports forward and negative indexing, and we access index value inside the square bracket of the tuple. Here are certain functions, that is len, max, min, tuple. These are the functions which are supported by Python in the same way as we check in the list. We will see example. Here there are basic operations which are performed on the tuple. These are repetition, concatenation, membership and iteration. We will see each and every example one by one. But before moving to the example demonstration, let's see where we use tuple. We use tuple instead of list when data is constant and there is no need to change the data. Also, tuple can simulate a dictionary without keys. Consider the following nested structure as you can able to see. This is a nested structure which are the part of the tuple, and it can be used as a dictionary also. So we can say tuple can simulate a dictionary without keys. Now let's have a look on Python tuple example. Tuple equals to now I want To print max tuple, print mean print length of tuple, here I have used tuple 1 as an empty tuple and tuple 2 as a tuple packing, and I am going to print the tuple 1 and tuple 2. Just save it. Suppose tupdem.py. Now here is the output. You can able to see that I have used max, so 85 gets printed, 89 gets printed, that it is the largest element or maximum element in the tuple. Mean, that is 1, 13, that is the length of the tuple, and as this is an empty tuple, nothing is printed, and this is a tuple packing, say 4, 5, so it is get printed in the same manner as the elements of the tuple gets printed. So this is how we can see the basic built-in functions of tuple. Now, when we create a tuple, there is an option to delete it also, and to delete tuples, del keyword is used. So, we can delete a tuple, but the elements of the tuple can't be get deleted. Let's see. Suppose here I have defined a tuple. No, let's define a tuple. Tuple 1 equals to if I use del function, what is here is the syntax for del? This is del tuple. So if you use del tuple 1 index value 1, it gives an error, that is object doesn't support the item deletion. And if we use del tup1 and then after you will able to print tup1, it will give name error because we have deleted the tuple. So the elements of the tuple can't be get deleted, but we can delete the tuple as per the requirement, and once it is deleted, it can't be accessed anymore, and we will see name error if we want to access those tuple. So this is how the tuple works. Now the most common questions which is asked from this section is list versus tuple. So here is the example, here is the list, here is the sublist which differentiate list with tuple. That is, the syntax for list is shown by the square bracket, whereas in tuple we use parenthesis. List is mutable, whereas tuple is immutable. As list is mutable, it has variable length, whereas tuple has a fixed length. The list provides more functionality than tuple because we can't able to add, update or remove any items of the tuple, but we can do it with list. The lists are less memory efficient than a tuple, and the tuples are more memory efficient because it is immutable. So this is the few differences between list and tuples. So this is how we have used sequence data type in Python, in which we have discussed a string, list and tuple. In the next video, we are coming with the concept of dictionary and set. So thank you everyone for watching the video.